I'll be showing you guys how I managed to buy the demonic pickaxe in 24 hours. And don't you guys worry, because the first part of this video I will be talking about what I did and the best tricks to actually get this as fast as possible. And in the next part of the video, I'll be talking about the mistakes that you need to avoid, and especially one of those mistakes is being committed by every single player in the game. Without further ado, let's get right into it. When you first join the game, you will be greeted with the tutorial, which is Sensei Moro. Now, the most important thing to do in World 1 is to not waste many time at all. First thing you need to do is complete every single quest that Sensei Moro is going to give you. That is very, very important because the quest will actually give you so much money and experience. And in order to actually hop on over to World number 2, let's just demonstrate it right here. You need to be at least level 10 and you need to complete Sensei Moro's quest. Now, on World number 1, there are only a limited amount of things that you need to do. So when you come over here to Miner Fred, the only pickaxes you want to buy is bronze. Then you want to move on to iron pickaxe. Next thing you want to do is move on to the golden pickaxe while skipping the platinum one. Now, this tip is actually not known by many people at all while starting out. The only thing you need to mine here are actually rocks. Now, rocks have the ability to give you, let's just show you guys in the index here, the banana knights. So 1 out of 30 from the rocks or boulders. It's really up to you, but it does seem like that rocks will drop it more often. And so that is basically everything you need to do at world number 1. Now, let's go ahead to world number 2 and keep in mind you need those 30 banana knights right now. That you are in world number 2, you're level 10, you've completed Sensei Moro's quest. The first thing you need to do is hop on over, so you want to go to the back of the spawn. You want to head over to this island right over here. Now, this is a very, very important strat because this saves you so much time and world 1 is so trash. But when you see Monkey, you just give him the 30 banana knights. He is going to give you so many experience. It's going to give you like maybe 5-6 levels. But more importantly, he is going to give you 10,000 straight up dollars. And once you have those $10,000, when you come over here to Miner Fred, you want to buy the cobalt pickaxe and you can officially start your grind in world number 2. It's also important to keep in mind what I did here is very, very crucial. It's very important that you follow this. You buy the cobalt pickaxe, you skip titanium, you skip uranium, you don't care about the light type pickaxe, you go for the mithril. So the only two things you want to be buying here is the cobalt pickaxe, and then you move straight up to mithril pickaxe, and then Miner Fred is officially useless. Now, the next thing you need to keep in mind is that Greedy Say is absolutely garbage. You do not ever want to sell any ores straight up to him. It is much better to actually craft them. And I'll show you guys some recipes, some armors that you actually want to be crafting for your journey, because honestly, people emphasize crafting way too much. You actually don't need insane gear or insane weapons to progress really quick in world number 2. On the contrary to the ores, you actually want to be selling your essences, especially if you have superiors, epics, and other essences, because they are going to give you so much cash. So that is how I actually made a decent amount. As you can see, it's quite okay, and you don't really need that much essences anyway, because you're not going to be leveling up your trash gear at the early game. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you also are able to buy potions. Now, luck potion and miner potions are very useful. However, I did not actually use them to get the pickaxe. But now that I actually have this pickaxe, I am definitely going to use these potions much more often. So I'm going to now talk about the next pickaxe that you want to get. That is going to be the arcane pickaxe. Now, if you guys don't know already, you can get the arcane pickaxe from world number 1 for $125k. If you guys need help on how to get it, make sure you guys check out my recent YouTube short. It's actually there. Now, I'll also be showing you guys the best spots to farm, or where I actually stayed the most time, because it's actually very, very insane. Now, when you hop on over to the Forge at world number 2, it's very, very important to keep in mind that the only thing you want to be crafting is going to be armor. Now, for armor, I'm going to use these ores just to show you guys. Do not use this type of ores for this. I just need to show you guys how to actually get it. So, using around 37 to 38 ores total, you can get the heavy chestplate. Now, heavy chest plates can be sold up to 2,000 to 4,000, so it's very, very good. To show you guys my gear, you don't even need anything here. Look at this. It's just sapphire. You can get this from the base of veins. Just sapphire gives you 109 defense already. Now, of course, these other ones I have already crafted a bit better gear with some buffs, so just ignore that. But my point is, if you want gear, sapphire and even the quartz alone can give you enough gear. But back to the main point, you can see here, I can actually sell my sapphire chestplate for nearly 4,000 coins, which is very, very crazy, because heavy chestplates just go, you can just craft it so easily, and then you come on over to this dude and you just sell off everything. Now, while we're already at this, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I was able to get the demonic pickaxe really quick because I sold my arcane pickaxe in order to get it. Now, that is something people don't teach you you need to have a copper pickaxe in your inventory because you need to have one pickaxe at all times. And when you have the copper pickaxe in your inventory, you can sell your arcane pickaxe for 93k to this guy. And that gives you basically an extra 93k to buy the demonic pickaxe. Now onto the weapons. For your early game weapons, something that I can recommend you guys is of course going to be 9 diamonds and 2 IRs. Now unfortunately I don't have diamonds right now, I'm not farming them. But 9 diamonds and 2 IRs have a chance of giving you a really good katana for the mid game, even usable until late game. Because like I said, gear and weapons, you don't need it that much. Honestly, people just overhype them. You can basically just ignore these trash gear and trash weapons because the important thing is you have a good pickaxe and you're able to farm quite efficiently. Now the first thing, of course, once I did reach world number 2 is make sure you guys claim every single quest, especially Sensei Moro's. So let's go back down. Sensei Moro is going to be located over here. This guy alone gives you like maybe 50, 70k dollars. This guy is a daily quest, so make sure you guys do get him every single day. Sensei Moro and the people above, I'll go back top right now. They give you probably like 100, 200,000 cash for completing every single quest. And as you can see, I actually don't have any quest that needs to be done anymore. I've finished every once already. So this guy right here, Captain Rowan, will give you so much XP and the gold or the cash adder. This guy also does the same. He gives you so much items. It's literally crazy. Now before I show you guys the best farming spots or which spots I actually utilize to farm really quick, one thing I'm going to remind you guys right now is that there are actually buffs here. So on the index, the first time you discover anything here, you can claim. Same thing goes for the crafting and the enemies that you kill. You are able to gain so much experience and cash. It gives you maybe like 50k and then a ton of levels. And each level that you get, you actually gain 2 extra stash capacity and an extra 1 stamina. Next thing that people don't realize is the achievements. So the achievements alone, you can actually just complete whichever one you want. And right now I am using this one, which is the dedicated player. It gives me luck boost so that I can actually mine better. But you guys can also use mine power boost, monster slayer, so the stamina boost, attack speed boost, XP boost. It is important to keep in mind if you guys equip the XP boost, you can actually use that to maximize the index even more because you're going to get more experience, which means you guys will be leveling up even faster. Now I'm going to show you guys my secret spots right now. This is world number 2, keep that in mind. Over here you have really easy opponents, by the way, and you're also able to get a lot. It does look like either an exploiter or someone has already came here to farm it. But this little alleyway has so many rocks. I love farming here. But you also have my second favorite spot, which is going to be over here. As you can see, they spawn beside each other, or they spawn close enough to just hit. So you can see 3 of them spawns. And then you will occasionally have some others here that are just going to be beside each other. These basalt cores will drop you a ton of rewards. But this is the ultimate spot, guys. This right here, so let's start from this guy right here. So here, all the way in there. And then when you come outside, that spot's a good farm. This spot's an insane farm. Look at the amount of rocks that are just beside each other. But of course, do keep in mind the mobs here are ridiculously difficult for a first timer here in world number 2. If you guys are looking for miner shards, I'll show you guys that in a bit. So right now in your stash, you will be having a chance of getting some miner shards, which I complete. There we go. Miner shards, you can farm them from bombers. Now bombers here will spawn very often. Just clear out the mobs as fast as possible. And there is a very high chance that a ton of bombers will actually decide to spawn. And with those bombers, you have a 1 out of 15 chance to get a miner shard. And the miner shards will actually give you luck increase, which is very insane, so that you can slap it onto your pickaxes. You can also get swift mining, which increases your mining speed, but obviously I prefer the luck. But it's really up to you, it's really up to your playstyle. And of course, like I said, you need to clear out every single one of these mobs to get those shards. But honestly, I didn't actually use a single shard, or a single miner shard rather, on any of my pickaxes because they are very expensive to put on your pickaxes. Once you have the mithril pickaxe, I highly recommend just AFKing here with your auto clickers or macro, whatever you want to do, because it is a guaranteed chance for 2 basalt veins to spawn right beside each other. And this spot right here is the best AFK spot. So if you guys are trying to not AFK, well actually there's another AFK spot I'll show you guys right here. This entryway right here, 2 basalt cores will spawn. So that is another viable AFK spot, but of course, basalt cores are not as good as the basalt veins. And then when you hop on over here to the inside, as you can see, you already found a bomber here. This spot right here, best XP farm, literally. And if you guys are actively farming as well, and especially if there are a lot of people actually taking up the basalt XP place for the AFK, you can actually just come on over here, and as you can see, you have a ton of basalt veins, and they can even spawn right beside each other here. Oh, yep, you can. You can definitely hit both of them at the same time. So this right here and the other initial spot that I showed you guys is the best way to find bombers to get the minor shards. Well, I did mention how I already did the pickaxes. I started out with the cobalt pickaxe, then I went up to the mithril pickaxe. Then I jumped straight to the arcane pickaxe, and then now I have this, the best weapon currently in the game, which is going to be the demonic pickaxe. Now I will admit I have AFK'd here quite a bit. You will gain so much items. You will gain something like the uranium. You gain uranium here. Mithril. You get light heights. You get a lot of the legendaries from here, especially the eye ores. This is very, very important for you to be able to craft better here. And if I were to show you my gear right now, as you can see, nothing here is actually special. And then the next thing I did was pretty much I ran over here with my arcane pickaxe and I started destroying as many volcanic rocks as I possibly could. This is because the volcanic rocks actually have the chance of giving you 3 demonites, which is important because 3 demonites will allow you to complete the guy's quest over there so that you can actually unlock the place up and use the 500k to buy the demonic pickaxe. Now a trick right here, it works on every single ore. When they reach half health, you can actually see what ores will drop already. As you can see here, it's just 3 volcanic rocks. If you don't like it, you just wait and then it's going to reset. Just go mine something else, like mine another volcanic rock or whatever. And then once it resets, the ore drops will also reset. Now yes, the mobs here are going to be ridiculously strong, but this is actually the best place to farm for essences and XP at the same time. Essences, you can actually sell them, like I said, from the Greedy Say. You can sell them for a very, very high price, and you can also get runes, which you can sell. But the most important thing is you know how to manage your resources well. And that's a short tip right here. You can actually just press reset and you're just going to get sent back here. It's also important to know that you can just use the cannon to get over here, but you can also use that cannon and just jump down here so that you can actually have a shorter time of walking for crafting. Most part I did just decide to craft a ton of heavy chest plates. But one thing you guys can do if you guys are struggling to actually craft the chest plates, you can just go ahead and use 21 ores. I'm going to switch over here to the weapons. Great axe here, you can just use 21 or 22. It's really up to you. So 21 or 22 ores will guarantee you or nearly guarantee you a scythe or a double battle axe. This can also sell for around 1 to 2,000, so that is also a very, very viable option. The biggest mistake I did commit in this game is of course going to be in world number 1. I spent a ton of time at world number 1 because nobody even told me that there was an island here. All you needed to do in world number 1 was get 30 banana knights from rocks, reach level 10, hop on over here, get that task done, get the cobalt pickaxe, and you should be here in literally like what, maybe 20-30 minutes. It's that fast. I spent like an hour trying to get 10k from world number 1 before coming over here. It was a literal pain. And when I realized that you can get 10k from just the monkey alone, it was like, what did I even do? And so yeah, that's pretty much how I got my pickaxe really, really quick. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I might actually try and go for a speedrun record or something here. And especially if you guys want tips, make sure you guys just subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.